Hi, welcome to CGTN and our live coverage of this year's Double 11 Shopping Festival in China. For those of you who don't know what Double 11 is, it's an annual discount shopping extravaganza created by China's e-commerce giant in 2009, and which falls on November the 11th every year. And this year marks the 10th anniversary of the event. So in the past 10 years, the sales numbers of the shopping festival has really been remarkable. So you can consider the Double 11 as the equivalent of the America's Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but times 3 or 4 the transaction value. So that's the Double 11 shopping festival in China. Well, I'll brief you more about the event and history later, but first of all, let me show you where I am. Well, as you can probably see, this is, if I can have the camera pan a little bit, 摄像机可以转一下. So this is a temporary workspace for media, and so we are in a huge media center that Alibaba has specially rented for the Double 11 festival. Yes, they've got a lot of money and nowhere to spend. I'm just kidding. So as you can see behind me is a huge screen, and we are indeed in this huge media center. Downstairs are hundreds of press or print reporters. And on that giant screen, we'll have live transaction data of the sales volume. So the festival will kickstart in about 8 minutes. And let's just move out of here to get a better view of the screen and the stage. Let's move around. So, coming out of this room, well, you can see all of these compartments here are for TV reporters. For the next 30 hours, hundreds of journalists will be reporting on the real-time transaction data of this year's shopping festival from here. Well, for those of you who just tuned in, this is a live stream of the annual Double 11 Shopping Festival created by China's e-commerce giant Alibaba in 2009. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the festival, and we'll be showing you in about 8 minutes when... I'm sorry, can I get in? 我可以进去吗? Okay, just making sure that we have clearance to this area. So from this area, you could see a giant screen on which live transaction data will be displayed when the festival officially kicks off. So when the clock hits midnight, the festival will officially kick off. Well, I guess for many of you, you're not familiar with the concept of Double 11 Shopping Festival. So for those of you who have questions, please send them in and I'll try to answer it. And for those of you who are familiar, though, with the Thanksgiving holiday in the United States, the Double 11 Shopping Festival is kind of like the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday combined, but the transaction data, the transaction value here is about 3 or 4 times that of the two festivals in the States. We're now in a huge media center that Alibaba has rented especially for this shopping festival. And on this giant screen behind me, there'll be live transaction data of once the festival officially kicks off. I guess right now they are playing a promo video, so you could see it's not only inside China, the festival has gone abroad. And actually this year, 180,000 brands, if I think my memory is serving me right, 180,000 brands from across the world are participating in the festival. So for those of you who just tuned in, this is a live stream on on the annual discount shopping extravaganza in China known as the Double 11 Shopping Festival. It was created by China's e-commerce giant Alibaba in 2009 and falls on November the 11th every year. This year is the 10th anniversary of the festival, and through the 10 years, the 24-hour shopping event has registered a remarkable record of sales growth. We're now in a huge media center, and the giant screen will be displaying live transaction data once the festival kicks off in about 4 minutes. Last year, total transactions on Alibaba's online shopping portal, Tmall.com, exceeds 10 billion yuan. That's 1.5 billion US dollars in just 3 minutes and 1 second. In 2012, that many transactions took 13 hours. So we're now in the media center, waiting to see whether a new record will be set this year regarding the time it's going to take to reach the 10 billion yuan mark, which is 1.5 billion US dollars. We're waiting to see whether there will be a new record this year, because last year it took merely 3 minutes and 1 second for transaction volume to reach that much. And everyone is waiting. Leave a comment if you and take your guess about the time it's going to take this year. Once the clock hits midnight, that's in about 3 minutes, the festival will officially kickstart. And well, in case if you're wondering why we can watch live transaction data from the screen, it's because Double 11 is really all about online shopping. It was created in 2009 on Alibaba's online shopping platform, Taobao, back then. And as things so back then, it offered discounts of at least 50% off. And on top of that, free nationwide shopping. And on that day, sales volume reached RMB 50 million, and that's way above the daily average of about 8 million. And through the 10 years, so the festival started in 2009, and through the 10 years, the growth of sales volume on this 24-hour shopping event has been remarkable. And we're now in the media center waiting to see whether a new record will be set this year. But I'll be just a brief heads up, because I'll be taking a TV live in about 2 or 3 minutes as well. So you'll be seeing me taking questions from a TV anchor back in our Beijing studio. So you can see downstairs people are also just, I guess those are Tmall or Alibaba staff. The host is saying they have been witnessing the growth and of the festival in the past decade. So, okay. The countdown will begin. All right. I'll be taking excuse me, because I'll be taking the TV live for now, so we'll be adjusting the camera for a bit. And I'll stay silent for about 1 minute. 这个位置可以吗？就是作为电视连线可以开始。Okay, now the countdown starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. It's midnight, and the numbers are kicking. It's happening. The clock has hit midnight, and the festival is officially on. We're waiting to see how much time it would take for transactions to reach the 10 billion yuan or 1.5 US dollar mark. So, okay, now I'm going to turn on my stopwatch.
些晶体构建体就好像是一个宇宙星球，它们相互共生共存，但它是一个特别强大的能力。那可以说呢，这样一个全球共振。
It's crazy. You're just watching the numbers go up. Okay, let's get ready for the TV live too. I guess it's gonna surpass last year in the time it's gonna take to reach the 10 billion RMB mark.
现在呢，这个整个的新大屏当中呈现出的是包括我们天猫的出口业务、天猫的进口业务，还有马达拉所覆盖的本地化业务这样一个实时的交易情况。那么在大屏的中间呢，是一个正在缓慢转动的地球。可以看到这个地球上面有很多不同的飞线和闪烁的光点。那这个点呢，其实正是我们目前热点的分布。那还比如说这个点与点之间的飞线呢，就是我们的一个出口交易和进口交易。还有我们在地图上可以看到一些绿色的网状条线，那这个呢，就是我们菜鸟所布的冲达全球的这样一个智慧物流的骨干网。那么这个地球正在缓慢的转动，而且我们在外圈有很多这个不同的数据。好，现在我们到临海站。2018年到双十一，全球我们已经到了突破100亿，只用了2分05秒，直播激动。
2 minutes and 5 seconds.
2017年的天猫双十一全球狂欢节突破100亿的时间是3分01秒，那么现在只有2分05秒的时间，我们成交额超过了100亿，这个数字又再次刷新了。好的，我们来继续看一下我们全球交易情况。好的，刚才我有知道我们这个整个全球的交易呢是一路开始所构建这样一个复杂全球的网络。可以看到，现在这个屏幕上方有个绿色的小房子，那这个呢其实代表的是我们菜鸟物流所构建的一个全球第3的旅行中心，一共有14个，它分别分布在香港有3个，悉尼有2个，还有奥克兰，还有包括大阪、首尔、东京，还有包括在美洲的洛杉矶、芝加哥，还有在欧洲的这个马德里、阿姆斯特丹。还有在这个法兰克福等等。那我们还看到呢，上面还有一些圆点的，这是我们的6个物流的1航，分别是在杭州、香港、莫斯科、烈日，还有迪拜和新加坡。好，那我们可以看到，现在地球的外圈呢，是我们现在分布的一个全球交易情况哈。我们现在全球各地不同的国家，但凡现在在天猫双十一期间有实时的进出口交易，那它就有点亮。我们可以看到最外圈的，我给大家解读一下，它是一个全球的新分布。然后呢，再向内圈呢，是我们现在全球200多个国家的地区。那其中大家可以看到，这里面呢有这个舞台跟国旗。那实际上我们是将实时交易和进出口的交易做这样一个分档啊，越靠近内圈，现在目前的交易的高的。我们可以看到呢，不同的国家现在只要点亮的，可以看到颜色的部分，就是我们现在生产跟实时交易的这样一个国家的地区了。那实际上我觉得现在这样一个转动的地球，其实非常像是一个正在弹奏的钢琴，通过阿里巴巴所构建的这样一个数字化的网络，在弹奏一个全球共振的旋律。好了，我们来看一下实时交易的情况吧。好的，我们可以看到现在的整体的话，还是在一个交易的过程当中。那比如说这个，我们来看一下，现在已经很多媒体会说，今年的这个双十一呢，可能是历年之当中最具有全球化的一年，可以让我们整个的全球的消费者有这样一个极致的购物体验。那我们来看一下我们的数字，仍然在快速的攀升当中啊。现在数字太大，多少是百千万十万百万千万亿。200多亿啊！我们刚才在2分05秒的时候突破了100亿，现在我们现在时间只有5分钟，我们已经突破了213亿的这样一个数字。那其实我们今天呢，我们现在在上海，我们来看一下目前我们整个中国现在双十一进展到5分钟的一个实时的情况。我们来看一下中国。好的，那我们稍等一下啊，我们现在看到这个数据的大屏仍然在快速的跳动当中。
Shanghai for the latest on this year's event. All right, so it looks like this year's shopping frenzy is just getting started. Xu Mengxi, what can you tell us?
Hi, Erica. Yes, this year's Double 11 Shopping Festival has just kicked off. And as you can see behind me, this is a giant screen with the live transaction data. And in 2 minutes and 5 seconds just now, the transaction volume has already reached 10 billion RMB, and that's 1.5 billion US dollars. Well, right now we can see the live transactions happening all around the globe. All the dots being connected are the live transactions being made. Now it's about 5 minutes or just about 6 minutes into the November the 11th, and we'll be watching the data going up. But well, we can do this because all this is happening in real time, and all the shopping is being done in Alibaba on Alibaba's online shopping platform. Well, just to remind you, it took only 2 minutes and 5 seconds this year for the transaction volume to reach 10 billion yuan RMB or 1.5 billion US dollars mark. That much transactions took 13 hours back in 2012. So this gives us an idea of how fast and how big this shopping festival has truly become. For those of you who don't know Double 11, it's an annual shopping, discount shopping extravaganza created by China's e-commerce giant Alibaba back in 2009, and it falls on November the 11th each year. We're now in a huge media center that Alibaba has rented especially for this event, and we're watching the live transaction data as we have officially entered into this festival.
And Xu Mengxi, you were saying that there's 10 billion. It hit 10 billion yuan in the first 2 minutes, and just when you started your live cross with us, over your shoulder, it looks like it had hit 23 billion yuan. It's just amazing, really, the growth in sales. But let's talk about this, because for Double 11 Festival, apparently the growth in sales has actually been slowing this year. So what are e-commerce platforms and businesses doing to try to bring more customers in this year?
Well, behind the slowing growth rate is China's is a restructuring economy in China, and what's been driving economic growth in China for the past decade has switched from foreign trade to consumption. And a good example is the booming digital economy in the past decade, for which the online shopping festival and Alibaba is a big part of. As we can see, this is the live transaction data of the online shopping festival. And well, now it's about, let's check the stopwatch, it's about 8 minutes into the November the 11th, and the number has already reached 30 billion RMB. Well, according to a report released by the global app market data provider App Annie, sales of this year's Double 11 shopping festival are projected to hit over 32 billion US dollars. 7 billion more than last year. And App Annie also predicted that the shopping bonanza will break the world record in mobile e-commerce sales. This year, 180,000 brands from across the globe are participating in the festival, and to better promote their brand awareness and also to attract more consumers, they are bringing the discounts offline through cooperation with Alibaba. And the platform Tmall, which is Alibaba's online shopping platform, says it will be giving out 1 billion RMB worth of vouchers, and 3 million couriers are ready to deliver what could be a record number of parcels this year. Back to you, Erica.
Wow, Xu Mengxi, just to keep up your live shot here and show people there, it really is amazing. In less than 10 minutes, Double 11 sales hit more than 30 billion renminbi. Really amazing. Thank you, Xu Mengxi, reporting from Shanghai outside of Alibaba data center there.
Apologies to our live stream audience, because I just took a TV live. TV is a bit different from social media, so I have to be like sitting standing still, and sorry for being silent. So as we've just been through the countdown. We've seen the live change of the transaction data, and now it's 10 minutes. Let's check the time. It's 12:10. So 10 minutes into November the 11th, we've seen a transaction value reaching. The numbers are just going up. It's crazy. It's about to hit 35 billion RMB, or about $5 billion US dollars. It's crazy because we're just here watching the number going up, but it's actually people sitting behind their computers or holding their mobile phones, clearing their shopping charts. Well, okay. Let's head back to our workstation. 我们回到那个媒体间吧. So, for those of you who just tuned in, this is a live stream of the W11 discount shopping extravaganza in China. It's created by China's e-commerce giant Alibaba, which falls on November the 11th every year. And this year marks the 10th anniversary of the shopping festival. And this is a huge media center, which is hosting more than 600 reporters who will be reporting on the transaction data in the next 30 hours. Let's enter our little space here. If you have any questions about what W11 is, don't hesitate to send them in. And we can also watch it from here too. Let's just give the audience a view of the media center as well. This also gives us an idea of how big and how fast this event is growing. I'll just move the tripod away. Well, some facts that are important. As I was saying, this year is the 10th anniversary of the festival, and through the past 10 years, the 24-hour shopping event has registered a remarkable record of sales growth. Last year, its total transaction volume reached 168 billion RMB. That's about 24 billion US dollars. And this year there's been, the prediction for this year is that the number is gonna surpass 30 billion US dollars. So we'll be keeping an eye on the live data. And let's talk, maybe just give you an idea of what's been changing, because it's, China's first ever China International Import Expo has just ended here in Shanghai as well. And a lot of the participating nations that have been participating in the expo have also taken this great opportunity to participate in the W11 shopping festival as well. To give you an example, Indonesia, which is one of the country of honor, a guest of honor country, has just officially opened an online national pavilion on the Alibaba's online shopping platform. And last year, I think it's about 60,000 international brands such as Adidas, Nike, Gap, they all participated in the event. Well, let's check whether you have any questions so far. If you do, don't hesitate to send them in. I'm checking your questions. Okay, let's see. There are people sending remarks from Tokyo. Watching from Kuala Lumpur. How much is Jack Ma making out of this? Well, I've told you about the transaction volume. Jack Ma is the CEO of the Alibaba Group, but just for your information, he'll be stepping down from next year, and there'll be another CEO taking his place. And so, well, it could be the brainchild of Jack Ma, but really, through the 10 years, this shopping festival has grown into something else, something that's more than just a sales promotion. It's becoming, as you can probably see from here, the media center, it's becoming a carnival even for media, everyone, basically, everyone who knows how to surf the internet, who has ever shopped online, is, I guess, participating in this shopping festival. In fact, I have something in my shopping chart as well. Any questions so far? So someone is asking whether there's a contribution from me in the 10 billion RMB transaction in the first 2 minutes. No, I'm sorry, I haven't got the time yet. But I will be contributing to it for sure. It really is setting a new record, because last year it took 3 minutes and 1 second to reach the 10 billion or 10 billion RMB or 1.5 billion US dollar mark. This year it took only 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Well, if there's no more questions coming in, I guess that will be it. And just one more word, a few more words before we go. So it's not only about numbers. This year, a lot of the participating brands said that, some of them talked to me as I was interviewing them today, that it's not only about the sales volume, it's not only about the transactions, it's also about taking this opportunity to promote their brand awareness among the general public. So even though the festival has mainly been online for the past years, since last year it has begun to go offline as well. So there's a lot of pop-up stores in shopping malls across China's big cities. So brands are opening up new pop-up stores, or on the already existed retail shops. They are offering more discounts, offering vouchers for people to shop not only online but also offline. Well, this is one thing, and the other thing is that for international brands, this is also a great way to enter the Chinese market and to get access to China's expanding middle class. So with that, I guess I've briefed you about this shopping extravaganza. I hope you've learned something about it, so you know what Double 11 is. And we will be giving you updates as this festival unfolds further. In the next 23.5 hours, we'll be reporting on the live data, the transaction volume. Let's check whether there's any more questions. There's one of you saying, all I see is numbers and not real money. Well, all you see is numbers, true, but there are real people like me, like my colleagues, like, the more than 1 billion people in China. There are a huge number of people right now using their mobile phones or sitting behind their computers, really just clicking and using their vouchers and clearing their shopping charts. Well, okay, with that said, I think we'll conclude the live stream here, and stay tuned to our updates on the Double 11 Shopping Festival. Thank you, and good night.